doing? Mike Bradley here. Hope you're doing well as always. Today I bring you a very cool new pedal from Seymour Duncan, which is the Pickup Booster. And this is a really cool clean boost pedal with an added gain stage in there as well. And by that what I mean, you've got a choice between 0 dB and all the way up to 25 dB, and trust me, this thing really packs a punch. But even on 0 dB, where there's no gain or whatever coming from the pedal, it really cleans up your signal. So if you want just that little kind of nice little push in clarity by still having it on 0 dB, you have no added gain. So even if you're on a clean channel of your amp, you have no added gain, but it will just make it from kind of that to that. You know, it will just make it a much more clearer sound. And of course, the more you turn this, the gain control up, the more gain you're going to get. Pretty simple really. And the other cool thing it's got is this resonance switch, which I'm sure you're seeing a close-up of now. And it's got 1, 0 and 2. And I should say this pedal works great mainly for single coil guitars. And basically with the resonance switch up on 1, it will basically make a single coil pickup sound like a vintage humbucker. With it on 0, it doesn't change the sound of the pickup, i.e. it still keeps that single coil, true sound. And then with the switch down to number 2, it would then be a high powered output pickup. So if you think of something from a Super Strat, Seymour Duncan's custom, that's quite a high output humbucker, I believe. I may be wrong, I'm sorry Seymour if that is the case. So that's why I purposely chose Lola, my Telecaster, as its tellies are quite known for kind of being bright and spanky and all that kind of stuff. So I thought we can see what it sounds like with this pickup booster, trying to make it sound like a humbucker. One thing as well before we start doing any sounds, this pedal needs to be first in line in your signal chain for the resonance switch to work. Otherwise it won't work basically. So if you usually have your wah-wah first, you have to do a slight little arranging and do the pedal and then the wah, or whatever pedal you usually plug into. And also when it's not being used, it works as a buffer as well. So handy little tip there, and it also says it right at the top, I've just noticed, use this pedal first in chain to activate res peak switch. So there you go. So a nice, really simple, straightforward pedal, stuff what I personally like. When I see pedals with loads and loads of knobs and stuff like that, it kind of puts me off even plugging into it, never mind playing it. Just one knob and then a little resonance switch, which is always hard to pronounce. I'm finding it hard to pronounce anyway. So what I'm going to do, we'll get some sounds, and basically I'm going to start off a quarter setting and then half, 3/4 and full. And that way you get a full spectrum instead of try and go between it all. So basically I'll do a clean sound, the boring clean sound first, and I'll just go through the different stages of, like I say, quarter, half, 3/4 and full. And hopefully you can hear some cool sounds that you'll like. So this is a guitar normal. Pedal engaged. Now let's go halfway up. Oh. Now 3/4 of the way up. this is going to be mighty loud. Really loud, that was. So basically you're getting the clean channel is being pushed very hard to get almost a natural distortion. So that's the clean channel in the amp there, but it was starting to break up because so much gain and boost is being pushed to it, you know. So on a stage volume level, it would sound pretty fat and mighty, you know. Right, let's crank things up into proper distortion mode, fun channel. So here's my amp normal. And now I'm going to kick in the pedal, which is, as you can see, 3/4 of the way up. Engage. Three-quarters of the way up. So as you can hear, that's 3/4 of the way up there on the vintage humbucker setting, and this is a Telecaster, and it's making it sustain forever, and that's 3/4 of the way up. So when I push it up to all the way, we can only imagine, but hopefully you're agreeing it's got a nice, thick, warm tone, primarily on the neck pickup there. You saw me rolling down the tone a little bit, just to kind of make it even more creamy, but this is pretty cool. This is really cool. Right, let's go all the way up. I couldn't resist getting the slide out there. But no, that sounds nice and fat, man, and that was just all on the neck pickup. If you want to hear I don't think I did the bridge at all there, so let me just still stay on fully cranked there, and I'll just do a little bit on the bridge as well. Right, just so you can hear what it sounds like without trying to do a humbucker sound, just to pick up on its own, I'll just go from different sounds, going 3/4, half and full on the pedal itself. So let's see how these sounds. Half setting now. Three-quarters now. Fully loaded now. So there you go, so you still hear the clarity of a Telecaster. I could certainly hear more telly in that one. You can hear the spank, no matter how much gain you got, you can still hear the telly spank in there. And now just for the same thing, but now I'll put it on number 2, so it's the higher output humbucker sound, and I'll do the same thing and fart around. So, quarter of the way up, let's pick a key. I've done A, E, let's do D. Halfway up. Can you spot the mistake I did at the end? 3/4 of the way up! I don't get bored! like that in a weird way because it's got you can hear it's much more of a scoop sound. So it's not. It's kind of suiting a telly and it's not. You know, it's just a different. It's a different flavour. That's what you can look at it as. It's a different flavour, and it's fun to play. I mean, that's probably not the personal setting that I would have. Most of this I wouldn't do. I would never have this amount of gain usually, you know. But yeah, you can certainly hear it's more scooped, I would say. Especially when I kicked it in there with 3/4 of the way up on this higher output. So yeah, it's designed probably more for someone playing more of a metal kind of stuff and yeah, that kind of range of things. But it's still cool, still very cool. Right, let's go all the way up. A lot more heavier there, and this poor little telly got a bit abused, getting abused here, trying to make it sound metal. But my personal favourite is on the vintage humbucker, just because that's the kind of tone I like. I'm very old-fashioned in my tone. I like, you know, I suppose your classic blues rock kind of tone, you know. So yeah, the output one for me makes me drop my pick on the floor, or behind me. But no, yeah, the output one is a bit too kind of scooped, you know, you can hear the mids are being taken out a bit there, actually quite a lot. So yeah, personal preference is 1 or in the 0 position. But if you're after that kind of heavier sound, of course, you know, put it in the higher output selector. So there you have it, the Seymour Duncan pickup booster, and it's got on the pedal, I should say, high def booster and line driver. But no, great pedal, and when you use it sensibly, unlike some I've been doing here, some extreme sounds, you get some really cool, you know, boost to your general amplified sound. You know, so if you've got your, you know, main amps, if you've got a single channel amp, and you've got it set with a bit of crunch, kick this in. I will probably choose about the 1 o'clock setting, probably just over half, and then that way you've got a nice singing, you know, crunchy rock, or a bit more crunch, a rocky tone, you know, and then manipulate the volume knob on the guitar and you're sorted, you know. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, drop a message in the comment section box below, and I'll see you next time. Mike Bradley, signing out.